Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something super cool. We are bridging the gap between the gritty factory floor and the sleek digital realm by looking at the true blueprint of industrial interaction, HMI architecture. If you've ever been curious about how massive modern manufacturing and automation systems actually tick, well, you are in the exact right place. Let's get into it. So, think about the sheer scale of a sprawling industrial facility for a second. We're talking assembly lines, miles of conveyor belts, massive robotic arms, chemical vats, the whole shebang. Now, how do you control that immense complexity with just the tap of a finger? Pulling that off from a single interface requires some absolutely incredible architectural precision. And today, we're unpacking exactly how that works. Here's our roadmap for today. We are going to look at what an HMI is, peek inside the architecture, follow the data journey, explore some real-world applications, and finally, check out future trends and Devi solutions. All right, Section 1. What is HMI? Let's define the human-machine interface. So HMI stands for Human-Machine Interface. Basically, it's the interactive user interface, or dashboard, that connects a human operator directly to a machine, a system, or an entire industrial process. You can kind of think of it as the ultimate translator between human intentions and machine actions. Honestly, without this vital digital link, modern industrial automation just simply wouldn't exist. To put it in perspective, think about traditional control panels. They were incredibly chaotic, right? Walls completely covered in manual buttons, knobs, and complex hardwiring that was an absolute nightmare to trace or fix if something went wrong. Well, modern HMI systems completely replace that wired mess with sleek, data-driven digital touchscreens. It creates a clean, interactive command center that totally streamlines operations. A real game changer. Okay, moving to Section 2. Inside the architecture. Let's deconstruct the system. So, how does this actually work under the hood? Well, a few core components fit together like a giant puzzle. The HMI touchscreen itself is basically the face of the operation. It's the operator's access point. Right below that, you have the PLC, or Programmable Logic Controller, acting as the brain, handling all the core logic. They talk to each other over a communication network. Then you have the field devices, which are like the nervous system, sensors gathering real-time data, and actuators physically executing the movements. And finally, SCADA integration ties it all together for broader facility oversight. That brings us to Section 3, the data journey. Let's see how information actually flows. Let's actually track a piece of data through this architecture. Step 1, field sensors collect physical metrics out in the real world, like temperature or pressure. 2, the PLC processes that raw data and shoots the relevant info over to the HMI. 3, the HMI translates all that code into a highly visual, easy-to-read machine status. Now, Step 4, if an operator spots a weird anomaly or needs to tweak something, they just tap a command on the screen. 5, the PLC instantly executes that logic, triggering the physical actuators on the machine. And finally, Step 6, that newly updated status loops right back to the HMI. It's a continuous, seamless loop. But not every factory needs the exact same setup. At the most basic level, you've got a standalone HMI, literally just a single screen mounted right on one machine. From there, you scale up to a networked HMI, which connects multiple machines across a single floor. Pushing even further, SCADA-based HMIs offer massive facility-wide control. And today, in the modern era, we have cloud HMIs and web-based HMIs, which is wild because they let you monitor an entire production line from a laptop anywhere in the world. I mentioned SCADA a second ago, which stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. If an HMI is the dashboard for just one machine, SCADA is like the air traffic control tower for a massive fleet. It's utilized for high-level monitoring and control across a vast network of HMIs. It's absolutely the critical piece when you're scaling up these architectures. Section 4, Real-World Applications. Let's look at HMI in action. HMI systems quietly manage almost every sector of our modern economy, stuff we rely on every single day. In manufacturing and packaging, they're doing meticulous assembly line monitoring. In water treatment and power plants, they're controlling valves and flow, which literally keeps the lights on and our drinking water clean. In smart agriculture, HMI runs these incredibly complex automated irrigation systems to grow our food. And even in building and home automation, it acts as the centralized system for your climate and security. The immense value here is just crystal clear. First off, operators get real-time visualization. They see exactly what is happening the second it happens. And that leads directly to faster troubleshooting.
When a motor stops, the system tells you exactly where and why, drastically slashing that costly machine downtime. Plus, it is a huge win for safety. Operators don't have to walk onto a hazardous factory floor just to read a gauge anymore. They monitor everything safely from a remote control room, which ultimately drives up productivity across the whole operation. Section 5. The Future and DVI Solutions. What is next in automation?
The future of HMI is evolving so fast alongside the smart factory movement and Industry 4.0. We're looking at AI-integrated HMIs and the Industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT. This means HMIs aren't just reacting anymore. They're actually predicting. Through tools like digital twins, which are these perfect real-time virtual replicas of physical machines, and predictive maintenance algorithms, these systems are going to tell you a part is going to fail before it actually breaks. It's evolving from a reactive dashboard into a highly proactive, intelligent partner. Of course, bringing these future-ready technologies to reality requires some serious, specialized expertise, and that's where DV Automation Solutions comes in. They provide the exact systems we've been talking about, building this intelligent architecture and seamlessly integrating AI, IIoT, and automated controls across industrial, agricultural, and even home environments. So whether you're an engineering student studying these applications or a business looking to totally upgrade your systems, you should definitely reach out to DV Automation Solutions. For technical support and complete systems integration, you can hit them up at dvautomationsolutions@gmail.com. They are ready to help you push the boundaries of automation for sure.
Before we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a fascinating question. As AI becomes deeply integrated into these systems and digital twins start predicting and even fixing problems entirely on their own, will the human-in-human-machine interface eventually become obsolete? Wow, it's an incredible thought to chew on as you consider the explosive evolution of this industry. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.